Hello everyone, I am Sushila Tipshetty, lecturer at KLS Kokte College of Commerce, Belgavi. So today in this video we'll study about the first unit of Commercial Arithmetic 1, that is indices. So as I said, after the completion of each unit I'll be discussing about the question paper pattern and the distribution of marks in the unit. So I know it is a bit late to start the classes, but there's nothing to worry about. The completion of syllabus will go slow, but I want you guys to be very serious about the subject, and after completing the video I want you guys to make your own notes, work out the problems that we'll be solving over here. Okay, now let's begin with the first unit, indices. So I believe it is important for us to know why is it necessary for us to study a new unit or some new topics. So why do we need indices? Indices is used to simplify some of the complex or some of the difficult problems. So it gives us the formulas using which we can simplify such complex problems. As we know, we can represent a repeated addition of the same number as multiplication. So here in this example you can see 5 plus 5 is 10, 10 plus 5 is 15, 15 plus 5 is 20. Also we know that 5 4s are 20, that is 5 is multiplied 4 times, which gives us 20. So in the similar way, the repeated multiplication of the same number can be expressed as an exponential form. So here you can take an example, that is for 5 into 5 into 5 into 5, that is we can write it in a simple form, that is 5 raised to the power 4. So here it is just 5 is multiplied 4 times, you can easily write it, but when it comes that you have to multiply 5 10 times, each and every time writing 5 into 5 into 5 up to 10 times, it will be difficult. So using indices we can write it as 5 raised to 10. So basically indices is a shorthand way of writing multiplication of the same number. So by this example we will understand that 5 is multiplied for 4 times. So in general, when m is a positive integer, a power m means a into a into a, that is a is multiplied for m times. So here in the expression a power m, a is called as the base and m is called as the index or power or exponent. So a is known as the base and m is called as index or power or exponent. You can read it as a raised to the power of x. So in the example over here, 17.7 whole raised to 3, here 17.7 is the base and 3 is the index or power or exponent. So now we'll look at it to some laws of indices. So when a and b are real numbers and m and n are non-negative integers, we get the following laws of indices. So now let's look into the first law. A power m into a power n equal to a power m plus n. That is here when both the base are same. Here the base is a and the power is m, and here the base is a and the power is n. So when the base are same, you can write it as a power m plus n. So let's take an example. 5 power 3 multiplied by 5 power square. So you know that 5 cube, you can write it as 5 into 5 into 5, and there is a multiplication sign over here. Then 5 square is 5 into 5. So how many 5s are there? There are 5 5s. So you can write it as 5 into 5 into 5 into 5, that is 5 power 5. Also using this law you will directly get this answer, that is 5 power cube into 5 power square equal to 5 power 5. 3 plus 2 is 5, so you will directly get into this answer using the first law. So now let's look into the second law. So a power m upon a power n equal to a power m minus n. That here the bases are the same, that is a, and the power is m, and in the denominator the base is a and the power is n. So you can write it as a power m minus n. So again let's consider an example. 5 power 3 divided by 5 power 2. Here 5 power 3 you can write it as 5 into 5 into 5. So divided by 5 square is nothing but 5 into 5. So here this 5 and this 5 gets cancelled, this 5 and this 5 gets cancelled, so you are left with 5. So here instead of doing all this, you can directly use the law and you can directly get the answer. That is 5 is the base and the power is m minus n. Here m is 3 and n is 2. Therefore 5 power 3 minus 2 is 5 power 1. So you can directly arrive at this answer. So there is no need of writing all this explanation and then cancelling. So using the law you can directly write the answer. So now let's look at a note. So in this law, if m and n are equal, then we get a power 0 equal to 1. So this is the general form. If m and n are equal, then we get a power 0 equal to 1. So here let's consider the same example, that is 5 power cube divided by 5 power cube, that is m and n are 3. So in the usual way, when you write it, this 5 and this 5 will get cancelled. Similarly all 5's get cancelled, so you are left with 1. But by using the second law, we can write it as 5 power 3 minus 3, that is m minus n, which is nothing but 5 power 0. So now directly you have arrived at the answer using the law, that is a power 0 equal to 1. Here 5 power 0, so we have got it as 1. So now let's move to the next law, that is the third law. A power m whole power n can be written as a power m n. So again you consider an example. 5 cube to the whole power 2 can be written as, in the usual way you can write it as 5 cube into 5 cube. So this means that 5 cube is multiplied 2 times. So again when you write it in the usual way, it will be this big. So instead of this you can directly use this law and get this answer, that is 3 2's are 6, so 5 power 6, and here you can count there are 6 5's, so directly you can write it as 5 power 6. Let's move to the next law. AB whole power m can be written as a power m into b power m. So here the example is 5 into 2 whole power 2. You know that 5 2's are 10, so 10 square is 100. But how you can write it as a power m? So here a is 5, power m is here 2, so 5 square into b is over here 2 and m is again 2, so 5 5's are 25 and 2 2's are 4, so you can write it as 100. So let's move to the next law, that is the fifth law. A upon b whole power m can be written as a power m divided by b power m. So again you can take an example. 6 divided by 2 whole power 2 can be written as, using this law, 6 square divided by 2 square. So you know that 6 are 36 divided by 2 2s are 4. So you get the answer 9. So directly you can verify it. 6 divided by 2 is 3, 3 square is 9. So the law satisfies. Okay, the next law is, if a power x equal to a power y, then x equal to y, provided a is not equal to 0 or a is not equal to plus 1 or minus 1. Here you can see the base is same. So if a power x equal to a power y, then you can easily say that x is equal to y. So the next law is, if a power x equal to b, then a equal to b power 1 by x. So you have to remember these formulas or laws. So now let's see what is negative index. When a is not equal to 0, a power minus m can be written as 1 upon a power m, and similarly when 1 upon a minus m can be written as a power m. So here the negative value, it will be easy if it is given in the positive term. So in such cases we will be using this law. So now let's look at an example. So here 5 power 3 divided by 5 power 5. So we had seen in the division rule over here, that is the second law, a power m upon a power n can be written as a power m minus n. Here m is 3 and n is 5. So 5 power 3 minus 5 is 5 power minus 2. So using this law you can write it as 1 divided by 5 power 2. So this is equal to 1 divided by 25. So now let's quickly revise. So the expression a power m, here a is called as the base and m is called as index, power or exponent. So we have studied 7 laws of indices. That is, the first law is, if a power m into a power n, so we can write it as a power m plus n. The second law is a power m upon a power n equal to a power m minus n. So here a must not be equal to 0. Also we have seen that a power 0 is always equal to 1. That is, any number raised to 0 will always be equal to 1. The third law is a power m whole power n, it can be written as a power mn. The fourth law is ab whole power m equal to a power m into b power m. The fifth law is a upon b whole power m can be written as a power m upon b power m. The sixth law is, if a power x equal to a power y, then x equal to y, provided a is not equal to 0 or a is not equal to plus 1 or minus 1. The seventh law is, a power x equal to b, then a equal to b power 1 by x. And we have seen what is negative index, that is, if a is not equal to 0, a power minus m can be written as 1 upon a power m. Similarly, if we are given 1 upon a power minus m, that can be written as a power m. So in the next video we will be solving some of the problems related to these laws. So till then I want you guys to be perfect with these laws. So that's it for today's video. Thank you.